Hi, my name is Monica Polo Sarmiento. I'm a relator for this work. And step 1, presenting orally the participatory observation. Step 2, presenting orally the participatory action. Member of this group, Sebastián Benavides Aristizábal, SBA, Isi Antonia Hopkins, IAH, Mabel Yalixa Gardona, NYC, Luis Hermes España, LHE, Mónica Patricia Polo, MPP. Educational institutions chosen Colegio Luz y Verdad. Description: This is an elementary school placed in Cartagena de Indias, state of Bolívar, specifically in the neighborhood of San Francisco. The majority of the students on this school are from the same area, San Francisco, from poor families surrounded by violence, gangs, and parties. Many of them are part of the dysfunctional families. Type of school: private. How is the connection between English and Spanish from the curriculum into the classroom at the school? This is a small school with average of 65 students. It's not official bilingual school, but they emphasize highly in English teaching. They count with volunteers from abroad, teach most of them from Germany, so it's a big help when teaching English even though they are native speaker. The children have a little advantage regarding English compared to the average English level of their students in the public institution. How are the difference in language, culture, and identities recognized at the school? There are some factors to show that these differences are well recognized and respected in the school. First of the school is the Christian school, so they base their teaching and curriculum in the guide given by the NEM by its biblical principles of fears, loving and respect from people and the different backgrounds, culture and language is encouraged. However, most of the students are from the same cultural background. Other of them have Spanish as their native language. There are many who attended the school that are not Christian, and some of them may come from cities like Medellin, Bogota, or little town from Bolivar. They count with volunteers to teach from Germany. This led the student and the rest of the staff at school to work with people with different cultural and language. This has been an advantage because difference bring help well when teaching and working, and especially the children lost therefore to try to speak a different language as simply related to foreigners. How is the mother tongue based bilingual and multilingual education in the early years at the school? As said before, English teaching is very emphasized in this school. It still is not reached the quality of bilingual school, but it's over the average compared with the public school in early years. At the school, English is taught also that the little kids from preschool and first grade can start getting familiar with foreign language. The quality taught may change depending if the teacher is German volunteer or Colombian. With this Colombia, the quality diminishes, but still I would say the teacher may have a better use of English than the average teacher in the city that I have known. How is the accountability for difference and diversity in the language teaching and learning at the school? The director of the school, a Peruvian man who studied in the USA, has a great experience and preparation of the educational management. He normally does a follow-up on every lesson for the children, so he is the filter of the knowledge and instruction they are receiving, as well as didactic strategy to use to do so. This achievable since the school population is small, the student may be taught by different teacher of English sometimes, not every, but because a special guest, so the German teacher, the Colombian teacher, or Christian missionaries living in Cartagena who have learning English, and they come from special event activities. Always the director for the school keep the lesson plans used by each of this group of people or individuals, so there it is a lot. Of the diversity of difference and language teaching and learning, but all of these followed and analyzed by the director and the committee of the school. Which are your disagreements about English teaching and learning at the school? I agree with the most of the teaching strategies and ways they have used in this school. I consider they have a great privilege encountering with people who really know English coming from Germany or the Christian missionary. What I would recommend in this school is how to teacher with the guests that come to teach, because even though they have the language, they are not teacher officially. So advice support from the teacher who knows all the didactic pedagogic strategy and and technique will be a great complement for the good knowledge of English these guests have. Step 2. Present the orally participatory action. How can you improve the teaching and learning for students at the private or public school chosen? In this institution, must have administration share of teaching involve learning our language as a second language and support of the people who offer to teach English as a booster to achieve higher quality standard. Evaluation is also one of the most powerful tools to promote effective learning educational tools. Must be used properly. The focus should be on helping teachers use assessment as part of teaching and learning so that increases student achievement. Mabel Cardona. How is the bilingual national plan implemented at the private or public school chosen? The school is aware of the PNB approved by the National Minister of Education is the very intentional and enriching to the different levels provision according to the common reference of Euro framework. This school has a level upper that the average for public school in Cartagena in English in the result of IFES and Prueba Saber for students of elementary school, but still there is a lot of work to do in order to apply the PNB in the school, such as better levels of the English professor and the English teacher. Thus, there are Colombia. Sebastián Aristizábal. How is the bilingual national plan implemented at the private or public educational institution chosen by group? We continue with the same question. The assumption that English is a universal language could easily be challenged in Colombia, a country where children in remote rural areas often suffer violence and displacement due to the country's internal armed conflict. Thus, not all citizens of the low-income country, such as Colombia, may see English language proficient as a priority. His hold true especially for children living in communities under crossfire, taking in consideration that Colombia is a country that has suffered by people displaced by violence of portrait teacher as the only culprit of students' struggle to reach the provision's goals. The teacher training is an option offered by the BC British Council. Many times the cause of the student shortcoming is not the teaching tools, but in knowing how to use them. However, the knowledge are the many challenges that teachers encounter to teach their classes in public school to a lack of resource, professional development, opportunity, administrative support. In this school count with teacher volunteers who help students and teach to learn and improve your English adoption from programs given by the MEM about implementation of new strategies and methodologies, the participation of CE in the implementation and training of English on the second language, use the TICS in the process of learning and teaching in the language, doing that students show in level higher than range in the public school in this city. Mónica Polo Sarmiento. What is your point of view using computer for assessment the English learning at the private or public schools chosen? Nowadays, technology can be used as assessment purpose. The use of computer allows teachers to introduce something different to their classes. Some activities through the use of computer are the interactive exercise with always book student and teacher to be aware of the common mistake and reverse when it's needed. The use of web page in order to set tasks, creation of journal and blogs, an excellent tool to engage students promoting more effective learning. And in the beginning of the year, students are assessed to determine a level in which they have to attend during the school year. This school has 6 English level deployment tests to set through computing and speaking part is an interview with the English teacher for the school. This comment is Easy Antonia Hawkins. Using the TES in the personal learning and teaching in the English as second language in the PNB is taken as a means to expand the cultural heritage, development, the skill, competence, and civic construction is the meaning using a tool in the learning process. Mónica Polo.